A narcissistic mom will tell her own son, hey, I set you up for therapy, and I want you to go ahead and tell the therapist that your father was abusing you when you were younger. Now, her son is an adult, and her adult son said, no, Mom, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to tell the therapist that my father abused me. That's a lie. And she said, well, I'll just write it down anyways. And so she was setting it up to where the son will go against the father, because the mother doesn't like the father, and the mother lost full custody, sole legal and physical custody of her own children because she didn't handle business, because she wasn't being a mother. And then she had to turn around and pay child support because obviously the father was able to get full custody, sole legal and sole physical custody of his children, of their children. And then, like most women would do with a father, instead of the mother getting child support, the mother had to pay the father child support. So, of course, this woman is scorned to the nth degree. And so she's doing everything she can to turn her own boys against the father. That's a narcissist. She only thinks about herself. They never think about the children. They never think about what's in their children's best interest, only theirs. Vampires. All they want to do is suck the blood out of their victims. Get that energy, that high out of her own kids. That's disgusting. That's sad. And that's unacceptable. These people need help. And we live in a society, the only way these people, from my observation, get any help is that they have to somehow freak out, or the father has to spend money, right? It costs money to file paperwork, to go to court, especially if the kids are underage, under 18. It takes time, it takes energy. And if you don't have the money, you're screwed. You better do your homework. And the way the father got full custody and sole legal custody and got child support is, number one, the father let's back up a little bit. Before the full custody and sole legal custody took place in child support, the mother and the father had joint custody. So the kids were living with the father half the time, and then the boys was living with their mother the other half of the time. When the father would take the kids to school, it was on time. When the mother took the kids to school, it was 2-3 hours late. When the father would pick up the kids, when the kids were with him, he was not late. When the mother went to pick up the kids from school, she was a couple hours late. She would never help with the kids' homework when the boys were with her. When the boys were with the father, he would help with the homework. There was an after-school program. She was late in dropping them off. The boys weren't late. when they were with his father, their father. And, the father was on time, picking them up from school or CDC, which is the after school program. The mother was late. So the father understood documentation beats representation. And the way he interpreted that is this way. Number one, he didn't go to court just talking from the side of his mouth. He went to court with facts. He got letters from the principal of the school. He got letters from the teachers, from his son's teachers and whatnot. He got letters from the after school program stating that she was extremely late dropping them off and picking them up when she had her boys. And that when the boys was with the father, he was on time, dropping them off, and on time picking them up. He would help with the homework when the boys were with him, and she would not help with the homework when the boys were with her. So the father didn't have to do too much talking. He had documentation which beats representation every time. And that's how the father got full custody and sole legal custody. And then eventually he went to court to get child support. So gentlemen, do your homework when you are dating these women. Ask questions. Don't go off of the hourglass shaped body. Don't go after the bullshit. I'd rather have a woman who looks average, who's sane in their mind. And I get it. There's some people that are narcissists and they know it and they're getting help. There are some people who have mental issues. I'm not against that. It happens. But you can't be in denial. You need to get the help. Gentlemen, do your homework. Don't just start laying down with any woman because she look good. She might be insane. And then you build a relationship with these women that some of them know they got problems and they not getting the help. You don't want to have kids with just any woman, because this same woman constantly undermines the father to her own children. Your father, he's misleading you. Why? Because the father is helping your children. Your father's misleading you because what? He keeps a roof over their head. He feeds them. He clothes them. Your father's misleading you. Why? Because he wants to live with you. You guys got into it. You kicked him out and didn't give him his clothes. And so he calls his father, and his father what? Hey, son, I'll take care of it. Because you didn't want the father involved? Because you know the father would get to the bottom of it and deal with you accordingly? This is Mike Chevalier, keeping it simple and precise. Like, subscribe, and share. If you have any comments feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. And if any of you guys are going through anything remotely close, feel free to drop a comment. This is Mike. I'm out.